Oh, I get that. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Legislative Committee on Administrative Rules, Thursday, March 13th, 2025. Before we get going here, introduction starting to my left.
Damian Leonard, Office of Legislative Counsel.
And Rob Plunkett, Senator, Bennington District.
Our secretary, Representative from Randolph.
Mark Higley, representative from the Orleans Lamoille District.
Senator Dave Weeks, representing Rutland County.
Senator Scott Beck, Caledonia District.
Representative Carol Odie, the far north end of Burlington.
Senator Seth Roberts, Bennington District.
Representative Trevor Swirl, I represent Underhill, Jericho, and our.
I'm Ray Mathias, committee assistant.
Okay, welcome everyone. First item on the agenda are the minutes from February 13th, 2025. Do I have a motion? So, Senator Weeks, motions to approve. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you. Okay, first agenda item is related to Rule 24P30, Healthcare Administrative Rule Lcar on prior authorization for Medicaid services. This is a request for extension of adoption deadline. And I believe we have Linda McLemore.
Yes.
Okay, you're on.
Okay. Good morning, you all. I'm here to request a 75-day extension to the adoption deadline on this rule, which is related to prior authorization for Medicaid. It would extend the adoption deadline from April 1st to June 15th. This is a rule that will go in effect January 1st, 2026 to align with a federal requirement that begins at that time. My apologies for requesting this. My son was in an accident in the fall that required me to take leave and then work part-time, and I just came back in February full-time. And this would allow me time to finish the rulemaking and more carefully review comments we received from the public. As the memo shows, this proposed rule was filed August 1st in 2024. A hearing was held on September 11th. There were no attendees. We received public comments, and the next step is to respond to those public comments and file the final proposed rule. Please let me know if you need any additional information from me.
Any questions, comments? Seeing none, may I have a motion? So moved by Representative Bodie. Okay, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is Rule 24P42. Should all be very familiar with this. Agency of Human Services, General Assistance, Emergency Housing Assistance Rules. Review of Agency of Human Services. Agency of Human Services response to LCAR's objection to the rule. As you are aware, last meeting you rejected certain sections of the rule. We asked BCF to respond to that. They have responded to that. I'll turn this over to Heidi at this point. Welcome, Heidi.
Good morning. Yes, DCF received the formal notice of objection to sections 2652.2 C4, G1, 6, and subsection N1. And in response to that, the department decided to remove those provisions from the rule and has proposed modifying the rule with those sections eliminated.
Thank you. Also want to say that I appreciate the responsiveness of DCF. Thank you very much, Heidi. I also spoke with Ledge Counsel this morning, Katie McLean, and just sort of verified with her that we in fact had made the changes that we were looking for. Katie has sent to that, so. Any other questions for Heidi at this point? My understanding that this rule will go into effect, is it May 13th?
It'll go into effect 15 days after we file it with the Secretary of State. So depending on how soon we can get signatures, but probably mid-April to May 1st. We don't have a concrete.
All right, so it'll be sooner than that, then okay,
Yeah.
great. That's good to hear. Because I think there were some concerns about the overlap between the emergency rule that contains its provisions and the new permanent rule that doesn't provide, have these provisions in that. Brenda Siegel wanted to speak to the committee for a couple of minutes, so I'm prepared to do that. So, Brenda.
For the record, Brenda Siegel, Executive Director of End Homelessness Vermont. I just wanted to say that when we left here the last meeting, I sort of expected that in good faith, some of these pieces would be implemented because the prioritization is not required of the department. They can decide not to be an administrative rule. And the resource test is not specific in the emergency rule. And so both of those things could have been changed at the point that this was rejected. And our clients and people across the state have really struggled with these two provisions. And we were really disappointed to see that they had not been implemented yet. And they could be implemented right away. And we really do think that that's important and critical for people's needs. I know that you all can't do anything about that, whether or not they do. But I do want to say on the record that it hasn't been done yet because the harm that gets caused when we don't act immediately is actually great. And just as people are about to be exited on April 1st, if the governor does veto the BAA, it is really terrible that the whole entire winter weather, this chaos ensued. And I really appreciate DCF's willingness to change it, but we've been talking about this since August, and it feels like it could have been implemented right away and should have been. And so I just wanted to say that on the record. I do appreciate that it's now being removed, but it has put people in a lot of hardship, this rule. Thank you.
So I would suggest that what we need to do is two motions. One to basically withdraw the objection and then to consider approving the rule before it's out, as you know.
I'll certainly make that first motion to withdraw the objection to 24P 2042, Department of Children and Families, General Assistance, Emergency Housing Assistance Rules.
Equally as table the motion to withdraw the objection. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you very much. Who's that, Robert?
P42, Children and Families, General Assistance and Housing Assistance Rules as amended in the memorandum dated February 20th, 2025.
The Bongards, offering a motion to approve the rule as amended. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Any other business?
Do not. That is it for the agenda. I think the only thing is to discuss if we're going to schedule another meeting.
What rules do we have right now? Thank you, Katie. None at this point. Okay. Very unusual for this committee. It always seems to be rules, but having said that, these are two very busy weeks for everyone in this world. So that probably is welcome news. So with that, I'll adjourn the meeting. We'll be in touch. Thank you.
Here.